Hey guys, it's been a while since I made another video. I've been busy outside playing RuneScape and gaming in general, but I was able to do some things along the way with my account. There've been a couple of things I tried out these past few weeks before I end up having to renew, no, use another bond to keep on playing. I ended up sidetracking myself to do some quests, achievements, and trying out some bosses I've never done before, and other bosses I've revisited. It's been a long time since I've done quests for like a couple of years already, but I finally got back doing some of it, and it looks like I was away for a long time when it comes to questing. But fortunately, though, I got the chance to do some recent quests like the Ode to Devour and the one with Zimmerigel and Vorkath for the bosses. And this is what I want to get into, because rarely do I ever do bossings, except a handful like the Barrows brothers and the Carapac. And for the most part, I do normal mode for almost all of my bosses. For me, I like to keep it safe and not risk often. And I don't really mind the drops that it has for some bosses. As long as I'm able to do them past it, I'm content. But in the future, I might do hard mode for some bosses because I do want to like challenge myself against them. The only boss I've been doing constantly so far, especially with the enragement and the streaks, is the Glacier. I should have done the Arch Glacier a long time ago because I didn't think I would like it or even like beat it. Because when I see people fight it on YouTube, right? Especially on like 500% or like 1,000% enragement and like on 80 kill streak, 200 kill streak, that kind of intimidated me. But when I got the chance to do it myself, I've come to realize that for Arch Glacier, it's one of the best bosses I've um, got to experience in RuneScape because this boss is a great way to teach people how to do mechanics and how to use the ability bar, especially if someone wants to go full manual with it. And with the Arch Glacier, when it comes to the drops, it has some good stuff money making wise too. In the future, I might keep it to hard mode and go on to high end enragement, kill streak. But for now, I'm just gonna keep doing on normal mode with like the 5 mechanics, and along with doing some hard mode time to time when I get the chance to do Arch Glacier. Because Arch Glacier for me, it feels more when I do it on hard mode, it feels more like an endurance run, or no, an endurance test where it tests your patience and see if you will create any margins of error for it. The other bosses I've tried out recently were Zemarigo and Vorkath, Araxor, Sanctum Rebirth, and the recent one, the Gate of Elodinus. I think I've done the Zemarigo and Vorkath one like twice already. I didn't get any special drops from it. That I don't really mind. But after the second fight, I got I got bored of it and I probably won't see myself fighting this boss often. I'll probably do it if I have a Reaper task, but for now, I'm just gonna set this aside until something gets better with this boss. At least for me. For the Rexar one, I still die from it often, especially on the phase 3 with the minions, the ones with the insta kill spiders. But that's on my carelessness from it. Despite that, I kind of like it because the drops that it has, especially for like the noxious weapons, they're good for having as a weapon or money making. Something that I do a lot of it often, which I might do in the future once I get the hang of it and normal in Reaper tasks or even outside of it. The Sanctum of Rebirth one, I part of the reason why I want to do it is because of the elite underworld task, and Honestly, I'm glad that I did. I was expecting it to be like Elite Dungeons, where it has like a bunch of mobs to clear out, and then you have to face the bosses. But for this one, it's just only three bosses. But the best part for the three bosses is they are good for learning how to do mechanics like the Arch Glacier, and it feels more like a practice run on normal mode to try out Elite Dungeons in the future. Even though that this one is much more current than the other Elite Dungeons. But another thing, when it comes to the Sanctum Rebirth, I got the Ode to Deceit on my first run. I wasn't expecting this. I was only coming to the fight thinking that I have to beat the boss so I can complete the Underworld achievement. But when I saw this on my screen, I was excited. I was happy because I didn't expect this one, and even this one on my fourth run to pop up. And these two weapons just makes me motivated to want to do this more. And eventually, I might do this on the hard mode so I can get the shards of Genesis. That one, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it. But for these two, I'm going to keep these. I'm glad that they don't degrade because, like, for me, I don't really augment much. I don't know why. I know augmentation is helpful, but I just like seeing the weapon without the word augmented on it, or the little cogs in the weapons and armor. I know you can disable it, but that's just me. And then the last one I've tried out, last but not least, was the Gate of Eldennis. This one hmm, I'll do this time to time when I get bored or when I have nothing better to do, because this boss, I usually my runs they're like 6 to 7 minutes of completing, and I will probably like use this to like pass the time to like do other things, like wait for my my arc or the research on the archaeology stuff. But yeah, this one is I mean I still die from it, but it's fun. It's a good time killer for this game. I'm not expecting the awards, but if I do, I'll be grateful if I get it. When I get it. Hopefully one day I'll get it. So yeah, there's some other bosses like Rizal and Zug. I've only done Rizal once. I beat him once, and then for Zug, I still need to work on it because I really do want to get the Zug cape for it, and then eventually um, push to do hard mode and eventually get the hybriding one. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. It'll probably take me like a couple of weeks to get the practice of Zug, and then hopefully I can get the hybriding cape where it has all of it together. So yeah, there are other bosses I want to try out too, like the Magister, or the Rex Matriarchs, Rexha, and I might want to solo the lead dungeons using Necromancy in the future, but those will have to wait. But anyway, this is what I've been doing lately on RuneScape. I'm ha- I'm kind of happy to know the content I've been missing out on are keeping me satisfied for the time being. So yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.